Okay, hello folks. You're joining me today in my bathroom. It's lovely. And today we're going to be talking about slap tears, shoulder injuries, because I experienced a slap tear 3 years ago, and about 3.5 weeks ago I had it arthroscopically repaired. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the injury. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the recovery, and I'm going to tell you a little, just what to expect. Slap tears are basically a tear to the labrum. Your shoulder is a ball and socket joint, and the labrum is a cartilage rim that deepens your shoulder socket, so the head of your shoulder can stay in its place. In a slap tear, basically that labrum is torn. I had a partial thickness tear myself, a posterior tear, and when that happens, you experience shoulder instability. Sometimes you won't even realize that a lot of people don't even know that they have tears. They just live out their lives with an unstable shoulder and don't realize something's wrong. And one thing that was problematic for me is when I first went in with shoulder pain and instability, they took x-rays and they said my shoulder was fine. Really, in order to properly diagnose a slap tear, you need an MRI, you need a dye-injected MRI, because that's really the only way for it to show up sometimes. And that's how they caught mine. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, and these injuries usually occur in sports. They're very frequent in overhand sports like tennis players, swimmers. I used to be a swimmer myself. Weightlifters get them a lot. Baseball pitchers get them a lot. And if you don't get it treated, your shoulder will remain unstable. You can never have a perfect shoulder again unless you get it fixed. So it's hard for professional athletes to return to their normal playing after a slap injury, and many times even if they get it repaired, they still can't perform the way they used to. So it's a serious injury, even though it's not, it's not completely debilitating, as in your muscles will actually develop and will actually compensate for the tear. My shoulder, it's my right shoulder here. I want to show you the scars because when I got the injury and before I got it repaired, I wanted to know what the scarring would look like, and I couldn't find a lot of videos on there about the scarring. So I'm going to show you that. I apologize for my disheveled appearance this morning. It's my hair's difficult to deal with. But here's my shoulder, and these are the incision marks here that you can see from when the doctor did the repair. There's the first one. This one's a little bit bigger, and then around back there's 2 more. That's what the scarring you can expect with the arthroscopic technique. Back in the old days, they used to just use a butcher knife and just, right across there. But they're getting better with the techniques now, and they can do it with a very uninvasively, as you can see here. So that's what it looks like. Basically, the recovery is pretty rough. I'm an athletic guy, semi-athletic guy, and I like to lift weights, and I like to exercise a lot, and I like to play sports, and I can't right now. I haven't been able to lift properly in months, and so I'm losing most of the definition that I like to have, and it's going to be at least 6 months before I'm back to my normal healthy routine. I can go back to slanging weights around. It takes about that long before your shoulder's back to normal. I'm 3 weeks out, as I said, and I don't have difficulties in range of motion. I don't have a lot of pain. It only hurts when I lift weights, which I don't do. And the doctor gave me basically rubber bands to do for another 6 weeks, and then after that I'll graduate to some more different kinds of physical therapy. Maybe the little wheel that they use, the pedal for your hands. I might do that, hopefully in 6 months I'll be back to being able to lift weights again and do play sports and everything that you want to do. Now I'm going to show you actually the picture of the repair, because you can't see inside my shoulder to see what it looks like. They put sutures in there that stay, that they don't remove. Obviously they remove the sutures that are on the outside of the shoulder, but on the inside in the labrum the suture stays. And they also used anchors in my shoulder repair. I think I had 3 anchors that basically tied the labrum back down to its anatomical position. And I can show you now a picture of the completed surgery. So this is it right here. Now, hold on. It's hard to get this steady. That's what the completed surgery looks like. That was the tear. That blue fiber there are the sutures. And that's it. Now I had my repair done at the Phoenix Orthopedic Group. And then I had my surgery performed at the Greenbaum Surgical Center. I guess that I must be unique in that I didn't experience a lot of pain after the surgery. It was just painful to move, but it wasn't painful, really all that painful. So I didn't experience a lot of side effects from the surgery. Even a couple of days afterwards I was able to drive, and I think I had my shoulder in a sling for the first 3 weeks, but yeah, not too shabby.